see how strong I am.
키 90cm,
More than 50.
몸무게 25kg.
So I reach my face with my left hand, and
That's you.
fortunately I can reach my butt with my right hand.
하루도 못 살 거라던 이 작은 남자는 어느덧 32살이 됐고 심지어 못하는 운동이 없습니다.
Like a machine.
그는 진정한 능력자입니다. 사람들을 웃게 만들고
So weird. So therefore,
감동을 주는데 탁월한 힘을 가졌죠.
stop abusing yourself. You will no longer be abused externally.
그를 만나면 인생이 달라집니다.
It's nice of you.
세상에서 가장 행복한 남자.
You're really nice. No comment.
션이 전하는 행복의 열쇠가 바로 여기 있습니다. 동영상 올리는 일로 하루를 시작하는 남자가 있습니다.
Hi, I'm Sean Stevenson.
사이버 세계 인기 스타 션 스티븐슨.
Yeah. So, it's gonna start
그의
out
최고의 히트작 댄스 파티.
your shoulders right
이 동영상은 벌써 100만 명에 가까운 사람들이 보았다고 하네요.
Why is he doing this? Life is meant to be enjoyed.
그는 왜 이런 동영상을 인터넷에 올리는 걸까요?
I want to be the vaccine. I want to be the solution to that problem through my message. So that not just the United States, that all over the world, people are like, hey, look, listen to what Sean is saying.
몸이 불편한 쇼는 잠자리에서 일어나는 것조차 힘이 듭니다. 팔이 짧아서 효자손의 도움을 받아야 겨우 옷을 벗을 수 있고요.
Hey, Dad.
Put my shirt on, tuck it in.
티 하나를 입더라도 누군가 그의 팔이 돼줘야 합니다. 거기까지. 그 다음부턴 쇼의 동무대가 펼쳐집니다. 매일 푸시업 100회. 윗몸 일으키기 100회는 기본. 보통 사람들도 감당하기 힘든 운동량인데요. 좀 무리했나요? 하지만 아직 끝난 게 아닙니다. 이번엔 자신의 몸무게랑 똑같은 25kg짜리 역기를 들어 올리는데요.
My belief on fitness is that the body is your temple for your spirit. And if you don't take care of your temple, then the spirit doesn't have its ability to be free, doesn't feel good. That you need your body to be in the best working order.
비록 성취하는 몸이지만 최상의 상태를 유지하기 위해 15년째 이런 운동을 해오고 있다고 하네요. 사실 그의 남다른 분투는 태어나는 순간부터 시작됐습니다. 몸에 있는 대부분의 뼈가 부서진 채 태어난 아기. 손가락, 발가락은 물론 팔다리도 제멋대로 이리저리 부러져 있었습니다.
When Sean came out, his whole head was like the soft spot you have in a baby's head. Sean's whole head was that way. It was just very soft. And so they knew immediately something was wrong. And so we took him down to Children's Hospital, and that's where they told us that they weren't sure if he was going to live through the night.
Because he was so small and so fragile, and he had fractures actually intrautero and when I was giving birth and then in the delivery room, that probably he would continue to fracture. They believe it's not the calcium, it's what holds the calcium to the bones, and it doesn't allow them to grow properly.
숀의 병명은 중증의 골형성부전증. 아주 약한 충격에도 뼈가 부러지다 보니 이 깁스를 달고 살았습니다. 키도 90cm밖에 자라지 않았고요.
I think we stopped counting over 200. So there were a lot of little breaks. Like if I had sneezed, I would break 2 or 3 ribs. If I coughed too hard or got sick to my stomach and vomited, I'd break a collarbone.
뒤틀린 다리뼈를 바로잡기 위해 뼈에 철심을 받기도 했는데요. 철심이 살을 뚫고 나와 죽을 고생을 했습니다.
Well, when they pulled the rod out, it felt like someone was turning my leg inside out. It felt like a vacuum was on my knee, sucking my bone out. And my mom watched in horror and about passed out because she was so overwhelmed feeling my pain. Let me drink my shake before I get changed.
Sure. Okay. We may want.
다행인 건 철저한 식이요법과 운동으로 최근 10년 동안은 한 번도 뼈가 부러지지 않았다네요.
What do you think of the six-pack?
Oh, yeah, still looking pretty good.
오, 식스팩. 부러운데요. 몸짱으로 거듭난 숀이지만 어쩔 수 없이 작아지는 순간이 있습니다.
Scoot forward a little so it gets your hair. There you go. Yeah, scoot forward a little bit.
아버지는 늘 숀의 손발이 돼줍니다. 벌써 20년째죠. 지금은 아들 뒷바라지에 온 시간을 쓰지만 아버지는 한때 잘 나가는 증권맨이었습니다. 숀 때문에 많은 것을 포기했죠.
But we realized when he was around 12 or 13 years old that if the little boys, if we wanted Sean to have a normal life where little boys would want to hang out with him, if mommy was around all the time, the little boys weren't going to want to be hanging out with Sean. So we made the decision for me to quit my career.
아버지를 대신해 지난 몇십 년 동안 엄마는 승무원을 하며 가게를 책임졌습니다.
Good. How's your trip?
Long as usual.
Yeah. Where'd you come from today?
Same one. So it wasn't too bad. Probably. Yeah. So
비행을 ma치고 돌아오면 숀부터 찾는 엄마.
how long have you been on this time?
That's a quick turn. It's like-
Literally my turn a day?
It's
Or are you going 2 days?
It's 2 days.
Okay. See anybody? Is this the California one or New York?
California, then New York.
Yeah. Did you try and hook up with Camille or anybody else out there?
No, it's gonna be so quick.
숀에게 엄마는 늘 인생의 방향키 같은 존재였습니다.
We had Mexican for lunch.
엄마는 숀의 장애를 이겨내야 할 과제로 받아들였고 그런 믿음은 숀을 더 강하게 만들었습니다.
Yes.
Yes.
I think it was, he figured, okay, I have to do this, then I'm going to figure out how to do it. And if somebody's roadblocking and I can't do that, you know, wanting to play basketball and baseball, you know, we would set up things in the hallway here and make things in a miniature version.
부모는 뼈가 부러지는 위험을 무릅쓰고 쇼온을 세상 밖으로 데리고 나갔습니다. 비록 쇼온이 야구 선수가 될 수는 없었지만 적어도 야구를 즐기게 해줄 수는 있었거든요.
Let's see some strikes.
부모는 쇼온이 또래 아이들과 같이 보통의 삶을 살길 원했던 겁니다. 그리고 마침내 쇼온에게 꿈 같은 일이 벌어졌습니다. 시카고 화이트삭스의 열혈 팬인 쇼온이 화이트삭스 경기에 시구자로 나서게 된 것이죠. 쇼온의 시구 장면은 미 전역에 방송됐고 그 자체로 한 편의 드라마였습니다.
My father was very much a believer that there's a lot of things that I won't be able to do in life, but there's a lot more things that I can do. And I had many talents. I could speak, I could write, I could make people laugh, I could be a good listener and become a therapist. There's a lot of things that I could do. My name is Stí븐슨.
자신이 잘할 수 있는 일에 집중한 결과 쇼는 미 의회의 최연소 연설자로 나설 수 있었습니다. 그런가 하면 대학을 졸업할 때는 최우수 학생에게 주는 상을 받기도 했고요. 백악관에서 인턴으로 일하는 기회도 얻었습니다.
I'd like to recognize Sean Stevenson, the class of 1996, now an intern in Cabinet Affairs. Thank you for what you're doing here.
현재 쇼는 미 전역을 비롯해 세계 각국을 돌며 강연을 하고 있습니다. 기업체와 학교에서 강연 요청이 쇄도할 정도로 쇼는 스타 강사입니다.
So I would like to welcome to the stage and let's hear a good SOPAC round of applause for Sean Stevenson.
명성에 걸맞게 객석의 환호가 대단한데요. 쇼니 가만히 있을 리 없죠. 특유의 쇼맨십으로 화답합니다. 900여 명의 사람들 앞에서도 그의 강연은 거침이 없습니다.
They're trapping people whose elevator station is Apple Macintosh. Of wind hit me.
15년 경력, 명강사의 화려한 입담에 청중들이 자지러집니다.
The humanity, right? Raise your hands if you've ever been happy. You don't have to be happy right now. Raise your hand if you think you're sexy. I caught a lot of you looking around for approval on that one. Like, am I sexy? I don't know, Marge, am I? Who's your daddy? But I'm going to town on my elevator stick.
쇼의 강연이 웃음만 주는 것은 아닙니다.
And when I would break a bone, my temperature would rise. And sweat would begin to burn in my eyes, and my breathing would become irregular. And it felt like somebody had stabbed me with a knife and began to twist the knife. I'm laying on the floor. I'm holding my leg. And I screamed something out loud. I screamed something that we've all fought. We've all said, I said, why me? Why did I have to do this? What did I ever do to deserve this? Running her fingers through my sweaty hair, looking so deep into my eyes. She said, Sean, is this going to be a gift or a burden in your life? I'm thinking, is she crazy? I realized that I had a lot of pain. And I realized that the pain wasn't going to go away. But I still loved my life. And maybe the purpose to this container, this condition, was to teach other people how to love their life amidst their pain. Because we all fracture, don't we? You may not fracture bones in your life, but you fracture experiences. You have fractures in your marriage. You have fractures in your health. You have control over your interpretations, what you decide to make something mean, and your responses, what you're going to do about those interpretations. When you see people that are miserable, and you see people that are always angry and depressed, they're not cursed. No, they're just interpreting their life in a way that's bringing them down, and then they're responding accordingly.
숀의 강연은 언제나 감동으로 끝이 납니다. 그것이 경험에서 우러나온 진심 어린 이야기이기 때문일 것이죠. 오늘도 많은 이들이 숀이 전한 삶의 메시지를 선물로 안고 갑니다.
And then you have to respond, whether it's bad or good. You know, I could have interpreted that my condition was a burden. And then how would I have responded? That, you know, poor me, feel sorry for me, I hate my life, I want to kill myself. Where would that have taken me? It wouldn't have helped the planet, wouldn't have helped my family, wouldn't have helped me. Happiness is a choice. Happiness is not what happens to you, it's how you relate to what happens to you.
숀과 함께 오는 저 금발의 미녀는
You know? Especially when you're like, oh, don't do
네,
something.
약혼녀 민디입니다.
And the most romantic life.
얼마 전까지 아버지와 늘 함께 다녔었는데요. 이제는 약혼녀 민디와 함께합니다. 서로의 짐을 나누어 들며 가고 있는 지금이 가장 행복한 시간입니다.
Did I tell you about the vitamin D water I saw?
누군가에게 안겨 차를 타야 하고 유아용 카시트 신세를 져야 하는 저지. 사실 숀이 여자를 만날 때마다 마음에 걸렸던 문제인데요. 이젠 그런 걱정할 필요가 없습니다. 기꺼이 그의 손발이 돼주는 민디가 곁에 있으니까요.
Because it's dispersing the pierce.
2년 전 페이스북을 통해 알게 된 두 사람은 운명인 듯 끌렸다고 합니다.
And you're not gonna do it.
Yeah, again.
That was terrible.
연인들의 놀이란 게 어디나 비슷하죠. 그런데 둘의 첫 만남은 어땠을까요?
So then we ended up meeting for what, like 2 hours? Just a couple hours one day, and we
He was late.
Thanks for pointing that out. That's nice of you. And so we met at his office, had some coffee, and just chatted about a lot of different things. And right away, there was a really nice connection. And I thought, this is a really fun, cool guy, but I live in Portland, Oregon, and he lives in Chicago. So that's like hours on a plane ride in between. So whatever, you know, I'm going home to Portland and he's going to be here. And I don't think any guy in the past would have been able to match, you know, to entice me to come to Chicago, to leave all of that stuff. And Sean did, though. So I think that's a really nice testament to our relationship that we're now both here.
And a nice testament to how awesome I am.
Right.
32. 동갑내기인 두 사람은 지난 1년 반 동안 함께 여행도 다니며 사랑을 키워왔습니다.
The guys that I dated that were, you know, average height were not that strong. We're not as strong, you know, not physically strong, but like emotionally and just spiritually even, they weren't that strong. So Sean is so strong, so thoughtful, and just very generous with his spirit. That's why I love him.
그날 밤 숀의 감동적인 프로포즈가 민디를 울렸습니다.
You're the apple to my pie. You're the straw to my berry. You're the smoke to my high. And you're the one I wanna marry. 'Cause you're the one for me, for me. And I'm the one for you, for you. You take the both of us, of us.
아버지의 날입니다. 근처에 사는 누나 하이디도 오고 모처럼 가족들이 한자리에 모였습니다.
You got this from Whole Foods, right?
I did get a lot of
Good. Good.
All right. Thank you for this food, for another day, and happy Father's Day. Where do you want me to pass it?
이런 날 숀이 가만히 있을 수 없죠.
I love you.
Tell them how important.
숀은 아버지와의 추억이 많습니다.
I think, or most kids don't ever get to know their dad because their dad's working, and they say, you know, well, I remember maybe like seeing them at Little League at certain games. Like Heidi and I, more specifically me, have a lot of memories with our dad and our mom, but definitely our dad. Blessing is to be able to have this closeness.
Well, disability turned into a blessing in the family because we all got to spend more time together than we would probably if you hadn't had this.
지난 32년 동안 한 몸처럼 붙어 다녔던 아버지와 아들. 그런데 둘이 함께할 시간이 이제 얼마 남지 않았습니다. 숀이 민디와 결혼해서 멀리 다른 도시로 나가 살 예정이거든요.
They were doing dinner.
What do you think you're gonna miss most when I move?
When you move, hearing what's going on in your life and the excitement of having the day-to-day contact of
But I
being
think
able to
it's
see.
Skype.
Don't you think you can
Well,
do that
we'll
with
be able
Skype?
to talk about it, but it won't be the same as being able to talk to you about it or sit in the driveway in the car when we come home from a movie talking about life.
I think Mindy will happily welcome.
하지만 숀의 결혼은 가족 모두가 기다려왔던 일이죠.
But you went away for college.
Right, and I live here, so I'm like.
It has always been my dream that someday he would grow to a point where he would meet a woman that he could get married to and live on his own. And we chose to realize that it's better for him to take the risk of being injured once in a while than to just live a confined life in a house where he's totally protected and not able to do anything.
Stage breaking up with you.
태어나 처음으로 부모와 떨어지는 션의 마음은 어떨까요?
I want to experience missing my family, you know? Someday, if nature follows its course, my parents will pass away and die before me, and that'll be difficult in itself for anybody. But because I'm so physically got a lot of years of dependent on them, this moving experience will kind of be like a transition from my mind to know that I'm not going to always be permanently tied to them.
션이 다시 세상을 향한 메시지를 준비하나 보네요. 90cm의 키마저 축복으로 받아들이고 멋진 인생을 살고 있는 션. 그는 세상 사람들에게 용기와 희망이고 싶습니다.
Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3.
이번엔 또 어떤 메시지를 줄까요?
Hi, I'm Sean Stevenson, and I want to know, are you a genius? And if you answered no, you actually might be wrong. What am I a genius in? And then it came to me. Rapport. That's something that comes naturally to me. I can naturally put myself in any crowd. You don't want to get caught up in the trap of thinking just because you're not book smart or well-educated in formal education that you're not a genius. You are a genius. And you have to find what is your geniusness in. Go find your genius ability. I'm Sean Stevenson, and thanks for watching.
션은 오늘도 당신을 응원합니다.